Hello, hello. Everybody hear me? A little sniffly today. It's allergy weather here in Arizona. Well, southern Arizona anyway. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, for heaven's sake, I just lost a lead in my pencil. Darn it. Gonna have to fix that. Oh, that's my pumpkin orange too. Nope. How is everyone doing today? Yeah, that's better. Let's just sharpen these guys up. Hey, Nick and Tina. Woohoo! I'm so excited for this weekend. It's going to be fun. Got my space all cleaned. Hey, Corolla. Hey, Mouse Deb. Mark is not here yet. Of course, he's working until 2:30, and then he'll need a few minutes to close up the office and get the cat out because she'll eat things. And anyway, he'll be in. He'll be along soon. Oh, Heather, thank you. Yeah, you probably need your sleep. Thank you for coming by, though. I appreciate that. Hi, Leslie. Hey, Pat. Hey. Man, were you guys over there at Sammy's this morning? Wow, she had a lot of people in her stream. Holy moly. That was really good to see. Oh, let's see here. Let's put you guys back there. Oh. I better sharpen that one too. Oh, thank you, Nick and Tina, for that link to the schedule for this weekend, the Spooktober Colorathon. That link, and you can see who's streaming and when in your time zone or close to it. Oh. We're still going to be working on the Cerridwen coloring page. Yep, 2 o'clock. Our water filter, RO water filter just started filtering. Hey, Charlotte. I'm okay, a little tired. Thank you, Heather. Yep, thumbs up is a good thing. I'm a little tired, but doing okay. I woke up at 3 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep again. But I fell asleep yesterday at I don't remember. It was like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the sun was going down. So I slept for a while, and I'm tired like that because I don't get a lot of sleep at night. So because it hurts to lay down. So, and I can't really take a whole lot of pain meds because I'm taking other medications that don't mix well. So, hello, Linda Beglin. Am I saying that right? We'll just call you Linda or Linda V. How about that? Okay, Heather. Yeah, I probably won't, but I thank you for that. And I hope you do too. I hope you get a lot of good rest. Oh gosh. Okay, Corolla. have a nice rest of your day, evening, night. Yeah, I try to, Heather. Yeah, Charlotte, it's either 3 or 4:30. Um, it's been going on. The pain's been going on for a really long time, and I think the most sleep I ever get in a consecutive time frame is like 4 hours, which is okay. I mean, if it's 4 hours, I'm thankful for that, because less than that is really harsh. But yeah, you know. Okay, where are we? 5.5 minutes. Eh. Okay. Well, what I wanted to do today was I wanted to show you guys this. I was going to do a flip through of it, and I still might do that and just have like just a simple flip through video in my video playlist. But I wanted to show you this because it's a really good, very well written and easy to understand book. And here's the author, Alyona Nicholson. Colored Pencil Painting Bible, Techniques for Achieving Luminous Color and Unrealistic Effects. So she's got also realistic effects, obviously, because that's pretty realistic to me. Anyway, yeah, it's paperback. It's it goes through, you know, all the stuff that you would need if you're going to be using colored pencils. The paper you want to use, which will be handy for us who print off PDFs and color those. She talks about different types of pencils, solvents, and all kinds of other things. She also talks about creating a color chip catalog, and it's basically like swatching, but it's color mixing, and it's really very, very useful. Let's see. Setting up your workspace, mounting your paper, and then she's got all these tips in these chapters. Avoiding bad composition, coloring book pages, because if you see something that doesn't feel quite right to you, you could add an element or two and draw it in, and then fix the composition so it looks more pleasing to the eye. Then she goes over additive and subtractive color mixing, which is color theory stuff. And she explains additive color mixing, which is light, like lights. And then subtractive color mixing, which is pigment. So, and I got this book on Amazon. I don't have a link for it. It was quite a while ago. It's not a new book, but I wanted to go ahead and go through it with you just real quick, because it really does. It helped me a lot. And this too, for example, color facts. 2 adjacent colors have the same value. The dominant hue creates the illusion of a complementary color in a less dominant hue. And you've got examples here of how that is in action, how you can see that. Then light and shadows, and it's just got so much stuff in it. Oh, come on now, go away. So let's see. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. She talks about scoring patterns. So she's got like how you can score dents in a page and then color over it lightly with colored pencils. And you can create like negative space for whatever you scored. The dent in the page becomes, it's like that. If you color lightly over it, the colored pencil won't get down into that crease. And so you can use it for all kinds of stuff, which is really excellent. It's a great idea. Ways to pick up pigment off your page. Bunch of different things. How to use colored pencil powder using a tea strainer to create the powder. Transferring images, textures and surfaces, And here we even have, look, Pat, dewdrops. Rendering water. And here's a really big one. Water in a water glass. And she's got it bent according to the designs on the outside of the water glass, which I thought was really cool. And then how to do that. Ice, fire, wood, etc. It's just got a little bit of everything, and it's very in-depth. It's very, very well done. You also have specific things, fruits, vegetables, and then still lifes. We start at still lifes. So marbles, fruits, flowers, and then here we have a plant. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. I'm skipping some pages, but the reason why is because it's really a long book. I mean, white eggs, and you can convert that to doing pretty much anything. So she's got your colors, how to apply them, where to apply them. Here we've got glass, a clear glass of water, which for some people, including me, that's a challenge. So there you have that. Multicolored glass salt shaker, which is an interesting subject to say the least. That looks vintage too. I'm always interested in vintage stuff. Doesn't that look great? It looks like you could reach in there and grab it. I want that. And then there's an afterword. I want to learn how to do this with flowers to make it look that good. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. Then we've got a whole table in the back of light fastness, color indexes, the pencil names of different brands, Pablo's, Derwent artists. It tells you what the base is, like the Derwent Color Soft. It's got a wax base. It comes in 72 colors, and then it shows you the light fastness. And this one too, polychromos, base oil, etc. So it's a really, really useful book. It answers a lot of questions that I hear all the time and questions that I have had. So I'm really happy with this book. It was, like I said, I found it on Amazon. It was one of the best purchases I ever made regarding how to with your colored pencil books. A book about how to with your colored pencils. There we go. That's more precise. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that little flip through and where to find it if you are interested. So we're going to go ahead and start coloring. Can everyone see okay? And can you hear me okay? Nick and Tina, when do you stream that you want me to be a mod? Okay, thank you, Pat, and thank you, Nick and Tina. Thank you, Charlotte. Friday and Saturday. Okay, well, I'm streaming on Saturday, but I'm the last one of the day. So I think you're on like 4 or 6 hours before me. I can do that. Thank you, Leslie. Thumbs up are always appreciated. Okay, well, let's get started. We were working on her hair last time, and I'm going to continue working on her hair. I've got all my little pencils right here in my little Di Serono glass. And what was I working with last time? I think I was working with terracotta. And I had henna out too. Let's see if I still have that henna out. There it is. I do indeed. So, what's everybody coloring today? Hi, hi, Pink Girly. Hi, kids. That's funny. I feel like a kid sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, I decided I would turn the lights down to begin with, and then if you guys needed me to, I'll turn them back up later if you need it. So I'm going to darken this back here somewhat. Ooh, I forgot something. I was going to show you guys too. I was going to show you a couple of the journals. Oh, cool, Pat. Yeah. The illustration. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the unconventional witch. That's pretty cool. Couple of the journals that I made. This is a very rough, primitive type journal. It's got a punch binding, so there's holes punched through it. Ties shut, which is rather primitive, but it's real cowhide and it's hair-on hide. So it's just like, if you go the right way, it's soft. So you can see the shiny hair. And then the inside, I've got a piece of handmade paper with gold. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go. And the pages are all kind of a cream colored. It's not cardstock, but it's a little heavier than regular paper. So it'll take a pen. It may take a fountain pen, but I'm not sure. I think it will. If I remember, I tested it. Pages are a little narrow, but you can always use it this way. And it'll take, you can draw on it with pencil if you want to draw on it. So I used to have a bunch of these. I made a couple with, I made one with a pirate theme, and it had like a compass and a little pirate flag and all kinds of cool stuff. And it got bought very quickly. My neighbor that lives on the next street over saw it on Facebook and said, I'm coming over to buy that journal right now. So, yay! I was happy about that. She says, the only thing is I'm going to have a problem actually writing in it. It's so pretty. And I was just like, oh, it's just paper. So there's that one. And then this one also is a punch binding here. And it's got like a little snap thing right here. So it just pulls off. And this one's got chevron design page. It's actually scrapbook paper. And then the writing paper is the same size. So, and I believe there's like 200 pages, so that makes 400 writing surfaces. So it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to start making these again probably pretty soon. Also preparing some other stuff to make other things, but because I have to create something or I just go nuts. Anyway, let's see. We were doing terracotta there. Rolled away from me. Now there's leather bits all over. There we go. So I used to have in my store, I used to have really big ones, like bigger than this, 8.5 by 11. And they were really heavy. And I made them so that they could be used as scrapbooks or whatever you want. So I've been fortunate that way. One of them I sewed little cowrie shells to the binding. Another one of them, I put a bunch of dangly things on it. Like I put a couple of crystals and a pendulum that you could unattach to it. And oh, well, thank you, Nick. Have her contact me later through Instagram, and we'll talk, because that'd be cool. One of them is, I think, 35, and this one is 32. So there's that. And then we'll have to figure out shipping however you want it to be shipped. So we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, thank you. So I'm just going to darken these things up here a little bit with the terracotta. Forgot what color I was using. And Oh, you know what? I still need to fix her finger. I think I'll wait to do that though. I think I'll just keep on with her hair because it's it needs to be done. Okay. There we go. So Friday and Saturday. Okay. Well, thank you, Paint Girly. I do try. They are fun to make. They take a while, but they're fun to make. And thank you, Pat. I cut the paper myself to size. So I don't go buy it like that. I seriously have a brick and board shelf in our storage room that is almost full of paper. And we're talking, it's like 6 feet long by, what, 4 or 5 shelves tall. So it's like 6 feet long by 5 feet tall. And it's almost full of paper, almost full, because I've been selling it little by little. But I think I'm going to stop selling it like that because I was selling it in packs. Like, and I have brown craft paper, which is great for journals because you can glue to it and it's sturdy enough to glue to, like if you want to glue envelopes and pocket corners and stuff like that. And then you can write on it if you have a dark ink or a dark pencil. And but the other paper is lighter colored. I have gosh, and it's nice paper too. The guy who gave it to me, Mark used to work with his uncle, no, his nephew, and he had a lot of paper that he couldn't use anymore, and he didn't want to throw it away because, you know, it was good still. So Mark's coworker asked him if I might want some paper, and Mark said, "Well, I don't know. Let me ask." And he did, and I said, "Yes, please." And that's how I got it. And last I heard, they had some more. They probably don't have it anymore because that was quite a while ago. But yeah, it was just like this great windfall of paper. It was a lot of paper. It was like three, you know, the back of your car where you put your groceries and stuff. There's like 3 loads of that. And some of it's like 15 by 11. Some of it's a little smaller. Lots and lots of paper, though. Yeah. He was making brochures and menus because he had a printing business, and a lot of the paper was big enough for that kind of stuff. So that's why some of it's so big. But I also have some bright yellow and just all kinds of. And then I got some from my mom because she was making greeting cards, and so I have a lot of paper. But I love paper. Paper is fun. Getting into that whole making of ephemera, because I also have a lot of cloth. We're talking a whole other shelf full of cloth. And I just got most of that free too, because some older lady, she's like 70 or something. She was cleaning out her storage spaces, and she didn't want to throw the cloth away. And a lot of it's vintage fabric. And I sold some of it on eBay for quite a good price because the pieces were huge. But one of the pieces looked like something out of the 60s. It was really a hoot. All kinds of great bright colors and stripes and rows, and just got dizzy looking at it. Darken that up. And I think I'm going to switch to this sienna brown now. It's a little darker. Make sure my lead is still, no, my lead is loose. Darn it. Ugh, these older pencils that I got from my mother, some of them are just like abused. It's okay, I don't need to color very dark. I'm just gonna go in really lightly right now. And some of the lighter spots that are in there, I'm gonna color over those because they don't look quite right to me. So I'm just gonna kind of modify it as I go and put in my own little shadows. So when I look at it, I can see a differentiation between what's in front and what's behind. I'm hoping this lead will last a while because it's really long. I really don't want to lose it. It's a big piece of lead. Pencil core. I'm going to get a drink of water. It's right here. Don't worry. I don't have to go anywhere. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Victoria. I'm glad you got your camera fixed. That's awesome. Or that it works anyway. Yep. Paint Girly, I love free stuff too. I would rather people give away what they're thinking about throwing away than throw it away, because it just, there's, you know, the landfill, it just keeps getting fuller and fuller, and it's better to use it or reuse it. Go away notifications. You're welcome, Victoria. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much stock you guys put into Venus or Mercury retrograde, but it's coming along again. Mercury retrograde is supposed to be the time when things start going screwy because of because astrologically Mercury appears like it's moving backward if you look at astrological tables, and that's what that kind of goes. That's what it refers to. But there's times when people are all up in arms because they're like, it's Mercury retrograde, my computer won't work, and my phone calls keep getting cut off, et cetera, et cetera. And half the time, I don't even know it's happening because I don't get affected that much. Granted, I don't really get out that much, but it just seems weird. And then there are times when, you know, we go into Mercury retrograde and it's just like, yee, what happened, man? Nothing's working. Yep, Pat, you go ahead and enjoy a meal. Oh, Victoria, your brain. Oh boy, do I know how that feels. Yep. Fix my brain. Sleep seems to do a good job of fixing my brain, but not totally. Okay, I'm going to go darker here because this is that part that is kind of behind her shoulder right there. And it's going to be darker back here. I think I'm going to need to use a dark brown. And I think I put it away. Yeah, there it is. My little baby dark brown. Nope, that's dark umber. Don't want that one. Oh, dark brown is such a beautiful color too. Is that it? That is dark brown. Awesome. And we'll be using that a little bit in a little while. So, oh, I turned the fan up a little higher today, so it's blowing little papers around. And I keep seeing stuff move out of the corner of my eye, and it's just these papers being blown around by the ceiling fan. Not used to that. I am used to seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye because we have a cat, but you know, she's one of those ninja things. You don't know she's there, and you don't really see her. It's something out of the corner of your eye. You want to ignore it, but you don't want to ignore it. And all of a sudden you realize it's the cat. Yep. But we are kind of fortunate because our cat her middle name is well, one of them is Unpredictable, but the other one is Trainwreck. Because she's the clumsiest cat I've ever seen. But that's okay. She's cute. She's a beautiful little kitty. And she was upset with me earlier because I locked her out of the bathroom when I went in there, and I took a shower, and she was outside the door crying for me to open the door. A little brat. And I didn't let her in because I didn't want cat hair all over my wet legs. I'm going to jump around here and use a few different things. This one is yellow and orange, and I'm just going to blend it a little bit right here so it has some brighter color. And because I think I got that too dark. I can admit it. Oh, man. Yep. That'll work. There's another notification, for crying out loud. Oh, cool, Victoria, you're on right before them. Awesome. Oh, mixed shorthand. Never looked at it that way, Charlotte, but you're right. I love watching cats play too, Pat, but our cat doesn't really play that much. She's pretty much, she just wants to play with the dog. She doesn't really want to play with us, except for the little red laser light. She'll play with that for about 15 minutes and then she loses interest. But we can't play with that around the dog because he obsesses about it. And I timed it one time. I played with him with that little red laser pin light, and it took him 6 hours to settle down. So that was a really long time for, a dog to be obsessed with something, because they usually just live in the moment, and he totally was not living in the moment. He was looking for that light. That's okay. I mean, that passed too, so now he's so old, he's going blind. I wonder if he could still see the little red light. His eyes are getting all glassy and everything, like that white kind of layer that gets in them. Yeah, it's funny to watch them play with it. I mean, cats are one thing, but dogs, oh my God, they will, like, cats wait and pounce on it like it's a mouse or something. Dogs will trample each other for it, which is totally funny. And yes, our dog, my Jack Russell, he's a Jack Russell. He trampled the cat the other day. He just kind of bulldozed right over her, which is what he used to do when we first got her. He'd go to play with her and he'd just run right over her, and she just kind of laid there and rolled over and didn't even care, really. It was pretty weird. But she was raised around really big dogs, so I have a feeling that had something to do with it. She's a rescue. She was around, her best friend, they told us, was like this golden retriever or something. Bigger dog. And I think she thinks that she's a dog part of the time. But she's a little peculiar about some things. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's a video out there of a cat looking out a window, and the cat doesn't know that somebody is in the room, and it becomes obvious. I'll tell you why in a sec. The cat is looking out a window, and it's barking at something outside like a dog would. And the reason why you know that it's not, that it doesn't know anyone's videoing it, is because the person videoing it makes a noise, and the cat turns around and sees the person standing there and starts meowing like, oh, you didn't hear that. And I thought that was hilarious. A barking cat. Oh, it is 2:30. Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, Zeely. Good to see everyone today. So who's excited about this weekend? I am. I'm going to have some trivia for you. Some Halloween trivia about what Halloween is really about. I'm also going to probably do some games. So we'll have some fun. We'll keep it not just coloring. I want to do other stuff that's a little different than just coloring. So is her hair looking okay, you guys? So far? It's coming along, but what do you guys think? Is it looking okay? Your cat chirps. That's funny, Victoria.
I wonder if it's doing the same thing that Selena does when she sees a bird.
I don't know. This cat on that video, it really sounded like it was barking. Like it was a small dog barking. It was funny. I may actually get done with the hair today. I don't know. Ooh, that's a nice sharp point. Speak of the devil cat. There she is. She's being very quiet because she has food in her mouth. She's eating. Hey, Connie. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mousy Deb. Hair good? I like that. Thank you, Nick and Tina. You seen that video? All right, Mousy. Yep, that's a hilarious video. It's not a new video. It's been around a little while, but holy moly, is that funny. Yep. Oh man. Another notification. Oh. Okay. Little dark spots in here. Now that my pencil is nice and sharp. Let's get some dark spots in there. Define some edges a little more.
CB's son's cat does bark and growl.
Bark and growl! Wow!
That's a talented cat.
That is a talented cat.
Did it have to go to school to become bilingual?
Did you hear that? Mark wants to know if your cat went to school to become bilingual. He's just being silly. Got a little bit here. I'm going to make up some too, make up some hair tendrils because some of them are fading out into the background because of the dark grayscale. So I'm thinking that if I make up some parts of it, I'm only going to put in like a little more definition. So yay, I'll just do that because I can, because it's my picture. And if I mess it up, I can always print up a new one, right? Let's put that down there. I think I'm going to use this pumpkin orange too down here and lighten the end up. And then I'm going to go through with something else lighter. See, that's kind of glowing. I like that. And then I'll highlight it later. That looks neat. I like that. And maybe a little bit of terracotta. Just kind of blend it in. Whoop. going to go back to the Sienna Brown, which is PC945. Kind of go over that lightly, blend a little bit. Here we go. And I'm going to define that back end too. There we are. Putting some darker, shadowy stuff here on these bright spots that are catching the light. Okay. I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Fill in some dark spots. Maybe do some definition. Definitely definition. Boop. Let's go up there. There we go. And go around the back a little bit. It looks like there's hair in here too, so I'm just going to color that in a bit. And then I'll also use a darker, like this brown, which needs to be sharpened also. On the cat talking cat on YouTube. Oh, Victoria. Oh my God. That doesn't surprise me. Cats, a lot of cats don't like to have a bath. My first cat, her name was Samantha. She was absolutely gorgeous. Bright green eyes, and she had almost all black fur except for like a little tuft of white. I can't remember. I think it was on her stomach. Sorry about the camera, guys. But anyway, she actually liked baths. She would come into the shower with me, and she'd sit very close to me. But when I bathed her, she just kind of let it be. She just kind of, you know, took it. She was a good kitty too. She was the best. I got lucky when I got her because she was just super cool. But she did have her little quirks. In fact, one of the things that she did was designed to get me to stay home with her. I used to work at JCPenney's, and they had a dress code at that time. They might still, I don't know, but women had to wear heels and slacks or a skirt. And I would wear, it was hot most of the time, so I would wear a skirt and heels and nylons. And that cat would hang out under the bed. And when I went to walk out the door of my bedroom, all dressed with my nylons and my heels and my, you know, my purse, I'm ready to go, she would fly out from underneath the bed, and she'd come and she'd grab my nylons with one of her little talons, and she'd snag them. She never scratched me, but she always got my nylons. And after a while, I was just like, oh man, who cares? Just go to work. So it was like I went through so many pairs of nylons. She was a little sneak. Smart kitty. Let's see. I think I'm going to go to a little bit of this pumpkin orange down here also, because we did it on the other side. And we kind of want it to fit together. We want it to look similar because it will tie the picture in. Oh, what?
A cat that swam in the pool.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that. That's pretty cool. Hi, Meredith. I'm sorry I missed you coming in. I did not do that on purpose. I am, it's like having my head in a coloring book. But yeah, kitty in a pool. Oh my gosh. That's rather unique. I have heard of it, but it's unique. There, that looks better. Get some nice, bright, coppery, glowy stuff. There's that puppy. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's better. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put some over here too. Just a little bit. A little here. Go blend that too. So I'm going to put it, there we go. Let's see. Pull that in a little bit.
Oh, she's going baby, bye.
Okay. Okay, CB, Connie. Mark keeps calling you CB, so I'm like, okay.
I don't know the real names.
Her name's Connie. Sleep well. Have sweet dreams. I hope you wake refreshed. There we go. That looks better. There. That's better. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, right? And I'm switching back and forth between Sienna Brown, which is PC 945, Yellow Orange, which is PC 1002, and Pumpkin Orange, which is PC 1032. So I'm just going to switch back and forth. And if I use the darker color is dark brown, and that is PC 946. And if you need me to call those out again, just write it in caps in the chat, and I will do so. It's not a problem. It is not. So I gutted another book. I found this book of it's Sacred Path cards at Goodwill many months ago, and I had just kept it because I like stuff like that. But this book is all written and colored in. And I was watching this video where this lady, she took the insides of a book out and she covered cover and then made a twine binding book with like five sections or signatures in it. And it was made in such a way that you could take the signatures out and or add more in and or rearrange them. And oh, thank you, Leslie. Yeah, but she was showing us in the video, she was showing us, I think it was treasure books, how to make one of those twine binding repurposed books. And I was like, oh my gosh, I should just use this for that and recover the book, put in a bunch of pockets and make a little treasure book, you know, or a what are those called? Junk journal. I love stuff like that. Love it. I am fascinated by being able to use a piece of, you know, scrap paper, crappy paper, or whatever you have, and making it into something that is actually functional and usable and gift worthy to boot. So
Hank Early says Natasha's her name.
Natasha. Cool, thank you. I'm gonna get some more water. It's dry today, man. We haven't had any rain for what, like 2 weeks. Before that, we didn't have any rain for, I don't know, 3 months or something. So it's really dry here. It is a desert, I realize, but we're just coming out of our monsoon season, and we should have gotten a lot more rain than we did. It's a little scary if you ask me, because even the desert can burn. But
And it burns quite well.
It does burn quite well, especially because of the trees have a lot of sap. A lot of the desert trees have a lot of sap, and they go up like matchsticks. But the air is so dry that my sinuses are messing up because, oh, look, I missed this whole part of her arm right here. Oh, got my work cut out for me, don't I? Okay. But yeah, so my sinuses are kind of messed up, and I realized that I could use some saline drops or something. I have trouble sticking anything up my nose, so I know that's TMI, guys, but hey, well, why beat around the bush, right? Just say it as it is. So anyway, yeah, I have bad allergies, and I have bad sinuses, and the dry air doesn't help with all that. But at least we don't have a whole crap load of ragweed around here. I have a lot of artemisia, like 7 different kinds of artemisia, which I'm not allergic to, but other kinds of ragweed, I'm allergic to it. There we go. Blend, blend, blend. Keep blending. Yes. So Victoria, do you have your picture picked out for the Spooktober Colorathon? Yeah, Nick and Dina. Yep, I love junk journals. They're so fun to make. They're just fun to watch. You know, they're fun to bring together, to put together, to know that you can redo a book like that. It's totally cool. Yeah, Meredith, there's fires, there's small fires out here a whole lot of the time.
There's large ones too. What was that one that was just to the west, to the east of us here?
Yeah, there was a large one here recently. So yeah, but it just, wow. And it's because it's so dry. If the monsoons were dropping the rain the way they should be, it wouldn't be quite so bad. Of course, it's still going to be dry because, you know, it's middle of the desert, but it's exceptionally dry. And last year was the same way. It was pretty dry last year too. And I just kept going, this is really scary, because it's dry. It's scary.
Victoria says she's got a few of them, but she hasn't picked one out yet.
Yeah, Victoria, I haven't either. I am I have 2 picked out. I'm gonna let everybody pick the day of the day of the Colorathon, because of course I'm not going to start them until then anyway. So I figured, why not have some fun, right? We want interactive participation as much as possible, and then we can pick out what colored pencils to use too. So that'd be cool, because I'm flexible. I can go for several different kinds. I use Prismacolors a lot, like on this, because I know a lot of people have Prismacolors because they're not outrageously priced. So I just feel like it's a good idea. Kind of go for that. Oh my God, you guys, you want to see what I found the other day? This is so cute. My mom gave me a bunch of stuff a little while back. So check this out. I know you guys, you gentlemen there are probably going to be like, oh man, these were my first shoes. I walked out of them apparently because they're where the big toe would be, it's split on the seam. But they're real leather. Aren't they adorable? And then I believe this was probably my first Sunday go to church dress. And it's aged. It was probably white. Is that not adorable? I'm just I was looking at these things going, my mom actually saved this. This is over 50 years old now. I can't believe she saved it successfully. Man, she could when she wanted to, right? Most moms do that. I know I do. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you guys that. I'll keep it short. It was so adorable. It's so adorable. I also have a little red velvet dress tucked in a closet somewhere that I wore for our first portrait when I was a photography portrait when I was about, I must have been 4. And my sister was 3, and we both had little red velvet dresses with white lace trim. I should get those out and use them for something because the fabric is still good. My mom is rolling over in her grave right now. You will not cut those dresses up. You keep them just the way they are. You might be able to give them to one of your grandkids someday. Honestly, Mom, I don't think I'm going to have any grandkids. I think that time has passed. Because my youngest son said, no kids, Mom. And my oldest son, I don't think he'll ever get serious enough to have kids. So, you know. So I'm just right now taking all these colors, and I am alternating between them, and I'm filling her hair up with all these different colors, variations upon a theme here, the reddish orange, and because her hair is flying all over the place, and it's not just like smooth or a uniform curl. It would be almost impossible to highlight it as a group of hair, you know, like when you have a ponytail, it's just like a bunch of hair. And oh, Pat, I don't want to put it in a shadow box. I don't have any room on my walls. It's full of art. It's a good idea, but there's no more room. So yeah, I'm just going to fill this all up with the different colors of her hair and blend it all together. That's why the hair is taking so long, because there's all these flyaways here. And I didn't realize that when I started that it was going to require this, but I'm rather enjoying myself, so I'm just going to go for it. All right, now I'm using pumpkin orange again. I'm probably going to drop that pencil and grab something else here real soon. Trying to remember that I want to make these little animals glow, so I don't really want to go into the outlines where they're around the animals, where they're going to have the glowy part. There we are. And let's get some of that dark brown in there and darken that up a little right here. And above her ear, that's going to be real dark back there. It also helps define her ear. So it's kind of blending. I'm blending the dark into the, probably the pumpkin orange, but it might also be the terracotta, or both. I know there's some of both in there. So blending some of the dark brown into this darker spot and bringing out the lighter colors a little bit too as we're going. Here we go. That looks better already. Let's put a little bit more. Looking at chat. What are you guys joking about in there?
Oh, Rochelle's comment.
Oh, Rochelle? The concept of light? You mean how to use light with the colored pencils stuff? I don't know, man. Some of your stuff is obviously, it looks to me like you've obviously grasped it, but what? Somebody's in the ER? Victoria, what's going on?
I'm guessing Timmy is her husband.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Victoria. Ow. But at least he's got you to take care of him, you know? diligently as well. So that's cool. He's a very fortunate man. Mark, are you working on something over there?
I am.
Okay, I keep hearing little scratchy noises like you're coloring. And I'm like, you're not coloring. I know you're not coloring.
No, right now I'm burnishing the edges of a piece of leather.
Oh, he's burnishing leather. That's why it sounds that way. Okay, so just making a thin shadow line here around the back side of that curl. And then I'm going to bring in some more color, some medium color. And where is my paintbrush? Because that crumbled a little bit. So I don't know if you guys know this, but over in Chile, they are having a civil disruption type thing going on. And Lisa Matrakin lives over there. And she's okay. This started yesterday. She's okay. It's like 45 minutes away from her. She's okay. I talked to her this morning. She said she's got enough food for 2 weeks, but she's doing okay. So that's good. Oh, and by the way, she just put out another video on YouTube this morning. She does this on Tuesdays. And today's video is all about how to color a black cat. And it's not what you think. It wasn't what I thought. It is really cool. Pat, you've probably watched it already. I watched it once, and I'm going to go through and do the tutorial. And, oh, Shalene's on. Dang it. I didn't want to. Well, that's okay. Gout growth on his knee, and he has had this one hole open up on it a year ago. You don't know why it has done it. He needs surgery, though. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Victoria. Hard-headed. Yeah, most men are like that when it comes to going to the doctor. I know all about that. Oh, did you hear Mark? He's like, we are not. Don't let him fool you. He knows better. I know better. And now I just want him to leave me alone. And that's an impossibility because I have dozens of follow-ups that I'm going to have to do over the next 10 years. So I might as well get used to it. But anyway, I am really sorry to hear that, Victoria. And I hope somebody can figure something out and it gets taken care of once and for all.
Nick and Tina asked a question. I'm not sure what it is they're asking.
How is it, JoBeth, that you... How is it, JoBeth, that you're talking about? Nick and Tina, what is it that I don't understand what you're asking me?
That might be in reference to that last notification you said popped up about somebody else that's streaming.
It was Shalene. It was I think she's the colorful book nester. She's so cool. I really like her. My pencils are shedding. Everything's shedding. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go with this one is the Sienna Brown. This one looks really good on this hair. I'm just going to go and fill this in a little bit. And while I'm there, I think I'm going to go over the top of that with a little bit of terracotta. Right there. In that corner. And then over the top of that with the yellowed orange. Bring out a little bit of color right there on top of that dark spot. And I know you're supposed to work light to dark. And I just did it dark to light. But it worked. See right there because I left some white spots. So I know I broke a rule. Oh no. Well, it's not really a rule. It's more like a guideline, but that's okay. I'm going to sharpen that tip real quick. Hold on a second. I'm just going to use this paper over here.
He Girly wants to know who colors the black cat. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, it's Lisa Matrokin. She did another video. Her goal for this season was to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube by Halloween, and she did it. She reached 500 subscribers today. So happy for her because her YouTube channel is new. So woohoo! You go, girl.
Lisa's YouTube channel's new?
Yeah, she just started her YouTube channel not too long ago, I think.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that old. Some people have videos that are years old.
No, I thought she'd been on for a while.
I know she's been around for a while, but I don't know about the YouTube thing. I didn't check. What video am I talking about? Nick and Tina, I was talking about the how to color a black cat video. That video? It's Lisa Matrokin. Let's see. I am going to see if I can get you the link for it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to run over here and do that. Hopefully I won't mess myself up here. Open link in the tab. Shut that window because I don't want to stress my computer. I'm always worried about that. Copy link. Oh, wrong page. Here we go. Paste. Here's the link to the video about how to color black cats. It's an excellent and fun video. She does these silent film things and they are just really cute, really fun. So take a look at that. The video is only like, I don't know, it's less than 20 minutes long, but it's really good. And when I was watching it, I was like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Anyway, probably because I'm not Lisa.
Okay, I will be right back.
Mark is going to take the dog out. So if you hear a loud scratchy noise, it's our back door, sliding glass door opening and closing.
It's the cat.
He's blaming it on the cat, though.
Hey, you're the one that said large scratchy noises.
Large scratchy noises. Loud scratchy noises. Yep, that's right. I did. I said that. Mickey Finn. What happened? Oh, sweet. Paint Girly 500. Woo! Awesome. God, that's great. Everybody's doing so well. I am too, actually. I'm really quite surprised and pleased. So I thank you all for everything. Subscriptions, bell ringies, and all of that. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to put some dark down here where this grayscale is. And even it out with a little bit of this sienna brown so it doesn't look too harsh. I think that's better. That's better. So here we go. I'm going to bring this up to the camera again. It's coming along. I've got the darkest parts around her face so far. And behind, I need to go through here a little bit too with the dark brown. But there's her hair. It's coming along. It's actually really fun. I really love this coloring stuff. Oop, wrong one. I love this coloring stuff. Up here in the corners. And then just kind of blend it down into the lighter colors. this point, everything's lighter than the dark brown, so that's pretty easy. So there we go. No, Victoria. A weapon of choice. Yeah, Mark. Cast iron skillet. You know, who was it? My sister-in-law used to call that the equalizer. Cast iron skillet. Oh my goodness. Wow. I think I'm going to have to scribble this over here, make a point again. Oh, that's a good point. That's a nice one. I'm going to go down here and darken up some little narrow shadows. And kind of blend them up into this reddish, the more reddish stuff. That looks pretty good. There we go. So I did my Inktober stuff. I'm all caught up now. I did Treasure and Ghost this morning. And for Treasure, I did a drawing of the Earth, like from space. And then for Ghost, I did, like, you know, one of those old-fashioned ghosts, looks like it's in a sheet, flying around a haunted house. And they're both on Instagram. And you can get to my Instagram by going to my YouTube channel homepage. Oops. And it's up in the banner. There's a little Instagram icon up there, and it'll just take you right to my page. So if anybody else has any Instagram, and if anyone else is on Instagram and would like to share your Instagram name in chat, please do so. If anybody else here, and I know Pat and Nick and Victoria have YouTube channels, put up the 3 hearts after your name so people know that you have a channel, and we can all support each other by subscribing to each other's channels. So put up those, and we'll help each other out. Posca pins are waterproof after they are dried. Yes, they are waterproof. They're acrylic paint, but they can chip off if you push too hard on them, I think. So in as much as acrylic can be waterproof, and most acrylic paint is waterproof once it's dry. So, yeah. It just turns into plastic. Okay, I'm going to sharpen these up a bit because I don't like the points. I don't like the lack of points on them. Bring this over here because it's just better. Watercolors should be okay. Oh, okay. Watercolors should be okay for what? Oh, look at that. Look at all those 3 hearts everybody's putting up. Thank you, guys. Oh, for crying out loud. Oop. That'll work. Oops. I used the wrong side. Oh, no. My pencils keep getting shorter and shorter. sharp, pointy things all over my table. Sharp, pointy things that are not made of metal. We always joke about sharp, pointy things because we're Renaissance fair attendees, Rennies. And usually when we talk about sharp, pointy things, we're talking about costume knives and such as that. So I say sharp, pointy things, and then I giggle because generally I'm referring to knives. I collect knives, by the way. I have quite a large, I haven't gotten any really recently, but I have a large knife collection. One of my favorite ones is only about that long. It's like a buck knife, but it's teeny tiny. It's got a bone handle. It's made out of a deer antler, and it's carved with acorns, and it's stained. And then the blade, it looks like I said, it looks like a buck knife, and it's got a little blood groove in it, and it has a little leather sheath and everything. It's really, really beautiful. And some friends of mine one year, and this was a long, long time ago. This was like, golly, 27 years ago or 25 years ago. They were going to the Renaissance fair, and I was like, I can't go. We'll take you. I don't have any money. I can't. You don't understand. I can't go. So they're like, okay, well, you want us to get you something while we're there? And I'm like, yeah, get me a knife. I want a knife with a really nice bone handle. And I didn't know how much they were. So they went ahead and they got me this little tiny knife with a bone handle, and it's just gorgeous. And they said, here, this is what we got for you. And I was looking at it, and I was like, for some reason, I was expecting something bigger. And they're like, oh, no, that was really expensive. And I was like, oh, shut my mouth, because of course it was. It's made out of a deer antler, and it looked like it was hand carved. I still have it, of course. Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I had no concept of how much stuff like that was back then. And a few years ago, Mark bought me a really cool knife from, what's that place? Sabersmith?
Yeah, you talking about the one at Red Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabersmith.
Sabersmith. Really gorgeous. It's a long, double-edged, not a stiletto. It's a long, double-edged dagger. And it's just got bells and whistles. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's so pretty. And I was surprised. I didn't expect that. That was cool. Switching back and forth again. That was dark brown. I'm going back to sienna. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep working with this dark brown right back here, because this is not standing out quite enough for me. So I kind of want it, because it's further away from the light, I kind of want to darken this up. Yeah. And make sure that it's going to incorporate all of the shades of her hair color, including the dark, which will be then blended with a lighter color. But because I'm going underneath it with dark, it's going to look darker. It's still going to look red, though. There we go. Better. Let's see, what do we got in chat? Clicks, knives, and daggers also. Oh, cool. Cool, Pat. Yeah, you can get, oh my gosh, this Sabersmith guy, he makes all his, he's got some with like cutouts in them. Oh man, are they pretty. He also makes like axes and swords and maces, all kinds of weaponry. Our Renaissance fair is really fun. Really, really fun. I love going there. We didn't get to go last year because I was too sick, but I'm hoping if anybody gets to go this year, Mark will go without me if I can't go, because if he misses it half as much as I do, it's one of those things where it's almost like an addiction, where if you don't get it, you jones for it forever. I get that. Okay, switching back to sienna brown. Just went through here with some dark brown to darken up the shadows a little bit. And I'm just going to go kind of lightly over this and blend that dark brown a little bit, so it's not a, so that it's a gradient and not like, bam, a line. And let's see, this is terracotta. I'm going to put that here because this looks like it's a little lighter, but not, I don't want to go really, really light right there. Not right now anyway. That one I'm going to go lighter on. There's this little band of white right here. I'm going to put yellow to orange on that. That looks cool. It's like it's picking up the light. And there's a little band of white right here. A little band of white right here. I'm just going to kind of mix it up here. Yep. It's working. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I think I'm going to put the yellowish stuff in the middle of this strand and sort of off center in this one. It needs to be darker back here though, right here in this corner where it's overlapping a lot. Hey, that's a good little shape. I like that shape. Let's go. It's like a zigzag almost. There we go. I'm not applying a lot of pressure with this really bright color because I don't want it to be, I want it to blend. I don't want it to, I don't want it to look unblended. It's just that wouldn't look right. You know, I think I'm missing a color. I think it was that jasmine that I was using. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay. So I still got it over here in the little glass in the cup, but I'm not going to use it right now. I'm just making sure that I have it around and I know what it is. It's a little bit of glowy stuff. And depending on what color I make the glow coming out of here, I'm going to come up and add some highlight glow on all of her stuff. The same color. I don't know what color it's going to be. That's why I'm leaving some bands of white. And so I have the opportunity to use the color that is going to be coming out of here and highlight accordingly. I used to color my hair similar to this, like bright coppery copper. I loved it back when my hair was long and thicker. And I was going to college at Central Arizona College. Like, that college is like down the street from us right now. Banana knives, do you remember them? They were kind of like a switchblade banana knife. No? I'm going to have to look that one up. Forged in Fire. You know, I never got to watch that. We don't have TV, so thank you, Pat. And thank you, Victoria. I am really having fun. It's fun. It's super fun.
Hey, in regards to that Forged in Fire, didn't Darius post that one of the armorers from Mayhem was on that?
I believe she did. We have a friend that lives up north in northern Arizona, near Sholo, the Pine Top area, and she and her husband run it's like a medieval mayhem, or it's called Medieval Mayhem. It's like a Renaissance fair, but it's really small. It only runs one weekend. And they actually have what do you call them? A metal worker or a smithy?
An armorer.
An armorer. Holy moly. Anyway, he has a booth. They have a booth at their fair every year. And these people were on Forged in Fire at one point, if we remember correctly. So funny you should mention that, Rochelle. But yeah. Man, I admire people that can do that. Oh, sheesh. Talk about a hot, sweaty job. Need a lot of upper body strength for that, too. Yep, that's right. I'll just do the terracotta right there. Kind of wing it sometimes, you know? Just coloring along, and all of a sudden I realized I didn't really take stock of what color I'm using next, and it works anyway. I'm going to kind of put some of this terracotta in the part of her hair. And that too is a little windblown and messy. So I'm not being really precise there either. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of definition until it'll look fine by the time I finish the whole hair. But little by little, I'm going to do it because I'm also putting in shadows where there are none drawn in by the artist. So that's one of the reasons. Light pressure on this dark brown. And let's even that out a little bit. Man, this is so wispy and wild. It's wild hair.
The ultimate bedhead.
No, it's not bedhead. I was thinking of that too, and I was like, no, it's not bedhead. It's totally different than bedhead or bed hair or whatever, however you want to name it. Bed hair is just like it's stuck that way until you wash it. This is something where it's not stuck that way. It's just flying around. You know all about bed hair. Used to be when my hair was longer, I could get up and brush my hair and it would, even before my shower, it would look really cool. Back when my hair loved me. Now it's just like, bleh. That's okay. I can deal with it. Sound effects. Bleh. Okay. Mark is having a really good time in chat with you guys. He's over on the couch giggling to himself. Riding on the back of a motorcycle hair. Yes. Helmet hair. Oh my gosh. Yep. Know all about helmet hair too. Baseball cap hair. Here we are talking about baseball again. Well, sort of. Just going to go over that part a little bit and blend that really bright stuff in a little. I'm going to make it a little darker right down here, though. Let me give you that brown. So, everybody always asks, what is your favorite scary movie? People have been asking that a lot in live streams lately because of Halloween. And I always think about the answer, and I cannot give you a single movie. I could pick like 5 or 6 of them, but to give you a single movie that is my favorite scary movie, I can't do that. I'm just not, because I like so many of them, you know?
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist was scary, yes.
As a kid, that would have been mine.
It was pretty scary. I also thought that when I saw Poltergeist for the first time, that it was pretty scary too. I mean, especially the part where the big giant spooky head flies out of the closet.
Seven. There's one for you.
7 is a scary movie. It is really creepy. Kevin Spacey does a really good job at creepy. I liked Mama. I don't know if anybody's seen Mama. Oh, hi, Sammy. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, I'm live every Tuesday, right at this time slot. Victoria, it's just a movie. No, but I get it. I do. You know what really scared me was Paranormal Activity. Even though it was like relatively low budget movie, they played upon the psychological aspect of what people really find scary. That I thought was genius, just totally genius. And then I don't know if any of you have watched the credits at the end of that. It's this itty bitty writing and it scrolls really fast and you can't really read it. And it's just totally silent. And I'm sorry, but that part creeped me out too. Because usually you've got like music and you've got the music was done by, this and here's where it was filmed and no animals were harmed in the production of this movie kind of thing. This was scrolling really fast, like somebody lost control of the scroller and it was quiet. And I was just like, okay, that is creepy.
So we've also got Psycho, Cat People, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, yes, that was a very intense movie. Cat People, really? Who said that? Mousy. Cat People was so cool. Oh, the old black and white one? I haven't seen that one. I saw the one with what's her name? I can't remember. They did it in like the 70s. I love that movie. You know what else? What movie I really, really liked was the one with Susan Sarandon and David Bowie, The Hunger. Oh my God, that movie is so good. But I really like Susan Sarandon and David Bowie, so But still, it wasn't exactly scary, like, really scary, but the concepts were scary. And I thought it was very artfully done. I love that movie. Yep.
Cat People, 1982, Natasha Kinski.
That's her, Natasha Kinski. Yep. Oh my God. I was dating a guy when I was working at Penny's when I was like 19, 18. And he was totally in love with Natasha Kinski. And he had a 6-foot long, some of you guys might remember this, 6-foot long black and white poster of Natasha Kinski wearing a boa constrictor and nothing else.
Remember that?
Do you remember that? That was a beautiful poster. And the first time I saw it I was like, I want to draw that. I just wanted.
Hellraiser came up.
Oh, Hellraiser. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. We have such sights to show you. How's that, guys? Yeah, that's a really creepy movie. And yes, I love that one too. Oh my God, you guys are awesome.
The original Hellraiser. The ones after it, I didn't think were all that great.
Yeah, the other Hellraisers, what are they at now? Like number 9 or 10? I thought the one with, oh my God, the second one was kind of crappy, but the one with Terry Farrell in it was not bad. I thought that one was okay. I thought they were going a little far with the whole thing. It's turned into one of those, oh, here's another sequel just to make money type of things, and you could feel it in the movie when you were watching it some of the time. But I thought that one was pretty good. But I like Terry Farrell, so because I'm a Trekkie too. So nerd.
The Shining.
Which one? Which Shining?
I don't know. I wish I just said The Shining. So.
There was The Shining with Jack Nicholson, and then there was The Shining with that was a TV miniseries in 3 parts with Steven Weber and Rebecca De Mornay, which was closer to what the book was like, but they couldn't go too far because it was a made-for-TV miniseries. But I still thought that one was really, really good. Clive Barker, man, that guy has a weird mind, doesn't he? Holy moly, I love his books.
Hey, Lair of the White Worm, weren't you saying something?
Oh my God. Do you know how hard it is to get a hold of that movie, Lair of the White Worm? It is super, super hard to get a hold of that movie. I was looking all over the place for that at one point because I was like, I want that one, and I want The Hunger, and I want Cat People, and, you know, because I hadn't seen them. I still haven't seen Lair of the White Worm because I couldn't get a hold of a copy of it. And you can't find it. You can't see it until you go and you buy it, or you know somebody who has it. Hold on a second. Come on, man. Notifications go bye-bye. Oh, for crying out loud. Lair of the White Worm. You know, what was that one movie I was watching? It was a comedy. It was really, Transylvania 65000 with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis and a whole bunch of other stars. That was a really silly movie, but if you're in the mood for a silly Halloween type movie, that one is pretty funny. It's pretty cool. Oh my God, Victoria, that is so funny. I have the heart of a little girl in a jar on my desk. Where's that from?
I don't know, but I'm trying to think of it too. I know the line, I just can't think of it.
Victoria, that sounds familiar, and I can't place that line about the heart of a little girl. It's probably from Transylvania 65000 because it's like Goldblum, yeah. Huh. I have no idea, but when I saw it, I had to have it. Mm. Continue it. Darken this. Go around the back of that. Mm-hmm. Let's go for this pumpkin orange one. Ooh, that looks good. Very nice. Gonna blend that into that brighter orange. Really light pressure. Just keep blending, right? Brown. Huh. The Descent was really scary.
Oh. It is a bastardization of a quote by Stephen King.
It is?
Yep. It says, people think that I must be a very strange person. This is not correct. I have the heart of a small boy. It is in a glass jar on my desk.
Oh my God. That's so cool. Oh man. You guys are awesome. Let's get that a little bit darker in here. In the little corner. There we go. And now we're going to blend it with this terracotta. And I'm going to go in with this yellowed orange on this spot right here where there's white. Make it glow a little bit. I might just make this stuff in the cauldron yellow. Ooh, what?
Sammy just posted that she's watching In the Tall Grass by Stephen King.
Oh.
And I'm curious if that's any good.
Stephen King does rock, man. Godfather of horror. That guy, I don't know if anybody's read his book on writing. Wow. When I read that, I was like, I need to give this to all of my friends that are writers, but I am not getting rid of my copy. That's mine.
Okay, so we got a thumbs up from Sammy on the Stephen King show.
Cool. We're going to have to look into that because usually by this time in October, I have watched 50 or 60 Halloween movies, and I have not watched one because I've been so busy with YouTube. Excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. For crying out loud, I think I inhaled some pencil shavings. Oh my gosh, that's better. We're going to have to look into that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Stephen King just keeps cranking out those books too. He is super busy all the time. I just read somewhere that he's going to make his house in Maine a museum. You know, the house with the spider gate?
Amanda says hi.
Hi, Amanda. Aw, good to see you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Sammy, that's cool though. I like that kind too. Mousy, I have not read all of that. I think I've read halfway through the first book, but what I do is I read, like, when I'm reading good books, I'll read like 4 at a time. And I think I was reading that one at a time that I had to pack up all my books and move. So I didn't get to finish. I have it. I should finish it, most definitely. I got interested in that book because when I was in California, we had a little witch shop, and it was called the Crystal Cave. And I asked them one time, where did you get the name for your shop? And they told me it was from that book. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. It was a cool shop. Okay, that was pumpkin orange. I'm going to go over the top of that because it's lighter. I'm going to go over the top of that with this darker shade with this sienna brown because it's on the back of her head. I'm going to give it some shadowing too because it's on the back of her head. That's not bad. And I think I'm going to give this little strand right here a nice highlight because it seems to want it, which is what I do. I just kind of go around and let the picture tell me sometimes what to put where. I don't generally pick out my colors. I have an idea of what I want before I start coloring, but I don't generally pick out all my colors because I'm so familiar with the Prismacolors that I know where everything is, so I don't have to. But like if I was using another brand that I'm not familiar with, for example, I don't know, the Black Widows, I would definitely have to pick out my colors beforehand. And Paint Girly is going to bed. Oh, thank you, Paint Girly. I'm sorry, what was your name again? I've forgotten because my brain is like that. I appreciate that you stopped by and had some chat with us. That was super nice. Good to see you, as always. And take care of yourself. Get some good rest. Hopefully, we'll see you this weekend for the Colorathon because y'all know it's going to be really fun. There we go. It's not a bad blend right there. My little coppery haired goddess lady. Ah. Not enough time for everything. Boy, can I relate to that. Yup. James Patterson. You know, it's so, Rochelle, it's so hard to get the books to compare to the movie. I think that they did it. They had the right idea when they did The Shining as a TV miniseries, because they could take, you know, a lot more of the detail from the books and put it in the story on TV. But still, man.
And the same with The Stand.
The Stand, yeah, but
They
The
did a
Stand,
good job.
The Stand, they did an okay job. If you've read the book, have you read the book, Mark?
Yes.
Okay. I thought they did an okay job. I think they could have done better with the character development and the characters that I don't like who they used for the Walking Man, for the evil guy.
I agree with that.
I thought he wasn't. First of all, he wasn't very attractive, and secondly, I don't think he played the part very well. He just, I don't know. It's that chin.
That says he ruined clowns for her. I think she means Stephen King ruined clowns for her.
Oh my God. You know, I gotta say, Tim Curry in the original It movie, Tim Curry did an outrageously good It clown. That guy is totally bonkers when it comes to doing stuff like that. Like what he did in Legend when he was the devil. You know that headpiece he wore? It weighed like 20 pounds with those big old horns and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I used to have a really huge problem with clowns. I was terrified of them from the time I was little. I think it's because when I was little, we went to a parade in downtown Phoenix. We lived like a 5-minute walk from the main street, Central Avenue in downtown Phoenix. And I must have been all of 4. And they had the Shriners, and they had people throwing candy for the kids, and then they had clowns. And I don't know, I didn't like the clowns. They scared the crap out of me. Well, that lasted most of my life until I was with a really crazy person up in Sholo, and talk about taking advantage of somebody's fears. One day, and this is just an example, and I'll give you another example. I got desensitized to clowns because one day I was tired. I was not feeling good. I wanted to go to sleep, so I went to sleep. And I'm sleeping. And while I'm sleeping, my significant other puts on a clown costume, face paint, the little rubber red nose, everything, and waited until I stirred up from a nap, then jumped on top of me, held me down and said, "Who's your daddy now?" in a really scary voice. And I about peed the bed because I was just like, "Oh, damn you." Yep, that was really stinking scary. Yeah, I lived though. That's okay. And then another time, I got divorced. Yeah. No kidding, huh? Oh my God. We were together 9 years. So.
Hey, have you seen Deb's question about
Deb's question?
Foucault's pendulum?
I have never heard of that.
I have not either.
I'm going to write that down because I need to, Who wrote that? Mousy Deb? Who wrote that? Foucault's pendulum book? Do you know? It's an unusual name. We can probably find it. F-O. Pendulum. Cool. I like good book suggestions.
Me too.
Oh, hell no. Oh, I want to see Dr. Sleep. I want to read Dr. Sleep. I was so happy when I found out that he was writing a sequel to The Shining. I was just like, no freaking way. Well, it took long enough for one thing, but I mean, how do you follow that up, right? The Ruins. That's
Umberto Eco.
Umberto. Oh, okay. cool. Thank you.
I've never heard of the ruins either.
Oops. I can spell. Umberto. There we go. And the ruins. Didn't they make the ruins into a movie? Very disturbing movie. Would you rather? Oh my God. I haven't heard of that one. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to movies.
And books, evidently.
And books, yes. Gosh, I used to be a total sci-fi addict, right? So I would I'd read all of the sci-fi books. I'd go to the library, I'd get my science fiction books, and I was really up to date on all of the new stuff and new authors and everything. And then I got married and I had 2 kids soon after, and I fell behind on my reading. And when I got back into it, it was just like, what the heck? Where did all these books and people come from? Because it was just like overload. So I never really caught back
Sammy's
up.
going out.
You leaving, Sammy? Oh my gosh, midnight. Yeah, get some sleep. Thank you so much for coming over. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Sleep well and have good dreams. Brown. What's this? Let's see. Sienna brown. I'm going to use some of that up here. It's a little too bright in spots, I think. Oh. Where's my pencil sharpener? Oh my God, it's almost been 2 hours, you guys. Time really flies when you're having fun, I'm telling you. But it is almost dinner time for us. So, okay, since it's almost time to go, I want to go ahead and do this now. I want to say thank you, mods, for being mods. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who came over and spent time. I appreciate that too. And you guys are awesome. It was a really great discussion. Got some good pointers for books and such and movies. So thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate the conversation. It's wonderful. I don't know. I think who's streaming after me? Is anybody streaming? The Etsy again in the description of the video. In the description of our live stream here, there should be a link. And if there isn't one here, it's Red Raven's Cauldron. Like I said, it's under construction right now, so there's not a whole lot of stuff in there. I have a website, and the link for that is in the banner for my YouTube channel. There's little things down at the lower right-hand corner. There's my blog, which I haven't written in a long, long time. My Etsy, my blog, my website, my Instagram, and something else I can't remember. But thank you, Zelie, and you're welcome. Have a good evening. Is it 3 or 2? You're welcome, Pat, and thank you for being here. Way cool. Always fun. You guys make me feel good. You make me laugh. Oh, darn it. Broke the tip off. Shoot. And no, I won't work on this until... Oh, phooey. I almost said something bad. Potty mouth. Clean it up. I enjoyed it too, Mousy Dab. It was so fun. You guys all take care, okay? Peace, love. Love. I keep bumping my camera tripod, and I apologize for that. I don't have a lot of room. You guys know this. Thank you, Rochelle. Love to you too. Thank you for being here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Oh, oh my God, Victoria, you're funny. Oh, man. Oh. Hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Like I said, I'm hungry. I also have to I need a potty break, so I know TMI, stop. No. So okay. Love you too, sweetie. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Soon. Oh, before I go, one last thing. I'm not streaming on Friday. Because it's the Spooktober Colorathon, which preempts me, which is totally cool. I'm going to have a good time. So we'll see you there. Have fun. Be good. Well, or good at it. Ha! Bye-bye.